Stretch out the dreams from my mind. Granny's got the scoop, let's unwind. Birds are chirping, singing their tune. Mystery of the day coming soon. Cup of tea and a buttered scone. Start the day, we're never alone. Good morning, rise and shine. Granny's here with stories so fine. Good morning.
Well, hello, everybody. Sorry, I forgot to change my good morning video. But I hope you had a good morning. That's funny. So, how is everybody doing tonight? Hey, Ginger. Pitter patter, good to see you. It's been a crazy day. We are getting snow upon snow upon snow. Lacey's having fun in it, though. Yeah, and the thing is, Ginger, I actually changed it, but I changed it to the same one. Really wasn't paying attention to what I was doing today for sure. Oh gosh. Crazy day. Well, today we are going to look at night's post. I think I'll show the post first, and then we'll review the video. In the post. Okay. Let's share my screen here. Supposed to snow there as well. We've been getting it all day. I think we have about 6 inches so far. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Okay. So make it so you guys can see it. Okay. All right. What we're going to be watching is the last known footage, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers at Texas Roadhouse. This video captures a moment frozen in time. Oh God, they're going to make me cry again. If this is Nick writing these things, he has got away with words. But I'd like to smack him upside the head because he always makes me cry. All right. This video captures a moment frozen in time, February 25th, 2024, at a Texas Roadhouse in Tennessee. It shows 16-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers sharing a meal with his mother, Katie Proudfoot. Hours after this footage was captured, Sebastian would vanish, sparking a nationwide search that continues to this day. It has been over a year since that fateful night, but our resolve has only strengthened. We have not given up hope, and neither should you. Well, we're not, are we, Crime Busters? We just aren't. In the video, Sebastian can be seen at the table with his mother. At 6:11 p.m., he stands up and walks to the restroom, his hands tucked into his pockets, stepping with a unique gait that sets him apart. He returns to the table at 6:15 p.m., still with that distinctive walk. These details, his hands in his pockets, his unique step, are crucial. I just want to say that video from Missouri, Sebastian's hands were not in his pockets, But do those onesies have pockets? So then he wouldn't have his hands in there, right? Just putting that out there. They are part of what makes Sebastian Sebastian. They could be the key to recognizing him. I agree. Remember, I said that he steps on his heel, goes up, and is up on his toes. Steps on his heel, goes up on his toes. My ex-husband used to walk like that. Same way. It's weird. And my ex-husband never tied his shoes. And I think it's because when you step up like that, if your shoes are tied, it hurts, right? You need that freedom to step on your toes. I don't know, weird. But yes, it is a very unique gait. Very unique walk. This footage is more than just a glimpse into an ordinary evening. It is a critical piece of the puzzle. Sebastian's mannerisms, captured here, could jog somebody's memory. Maybe you've seen a teenager walking just like that, hand in pockets with that same step. Maybe it was in a different state, a different context, but it could be him. It could be Sebastian. Someone somewhere knows something. Let's make sure they see this. We need you to watch this video closely, share it widely. If you recognize that walk, that step, or if you have any information, no matter how small, speak up. Your tip could be the one that brings Sebastian home. His family has endured unimaginable pain, but they hold on to hope. Let's help them find the answers that they deserve. And then they talk about here's how you can help. Sumner County Sheriff, TBI, FBI, Dog the Bounty Hunter, and at night. Okay. So there you go, guys. That one wasn't too bad this time. I didn't cry. But, and actually, so while I'm thinking of it, I am going to copy that and I will put it in the link below the description right now while I'm thinking of it. And guys, they're right, you know. Please share that out because that's his walk is really unique to him, right? It's really unique to him. All right, let's see what else we got. Hello, Robin. Good to see you. It's so hot in here. I've been cold all day. 63 degrees in my house. I have a electric lap blanket on myself. Oh. I mean, it could be a nervous thing. It could be just the way he it, like I said, my ex-husband walked exactly the same way. I'm telling you, and I don't know if Sebastian tied his shoes. I imagine with as strict as his home was, he probably had to, but my ex-husband would not tie his shoes, and he wore tennis shoes all the time. And that's mostly what he wore. But he would never tie them ever. So even when he played basketball in high school, he didn't tie his tennis shoes. I'm surprised they didn't fall off his feet, but he never did. Never did. And he walked the exact same way that Sebastian walks. My niece has 3 autistic children, and 2 of them walk on their toes. So maybe it's something to do with that. I don't know. My son used to walk like that. He wears a brace now to help stretch his Achilles tendon. Gotcha. Interesting. Hello, K9. Good to see you. So, yeah. So now let's look at that video. You guys see it okay? All right.
February 25th, 2024, at a Texas roadhouse in Tennessee, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, full of promise, sits with his mother, Katie Proudfoot. This is the last time he'd catch him on camera. At 6:11 p.m., Sebastian heads to the restroom. Notice his walk, hands tucked in his pockets.
I want you to notice something too. Do you see how polite Sebastian is? He stopped for that guy. There's going to be other teenagers come through here. Watch the way they are compared to how polite Sebastian is, guys. I'm serious. I really want you to look at that.
By 6:15 p.m., he's back at the table, hands still in pockets, stepping his way. Hours later, everything would change. That night, Sebastian vanished from his small Tennessee town. A local story exploded into a national mission. This footage, his hands, his step, is the last we have of him. Over a year later, we're still fighting to find Sebastian. At Night urges the public to engage responsibly
Watch this teen up here, guys.
and actively in the search for Sebastian through
Pushes
the
his way
following
through.
actions. For credible, first-hand information, contact Sumner County Sheriff's Office 615-451-3838, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Tips to TBI at tbi.tn.gov. tips.fbi.gov. Reach out to At Night and Dog the Bounty Hunter directly at 844-922-3236. Call or text, or via email at mostwanted@manhunts.one. At Night emphasizes that only first-hand, credible information should be reported to law enforcement.
Look at his mother. Where's she looking?
To prevent
Look at Sebastian. Where's he looking?
overwhelming their lines and depleting their resources, the public is urged to refrain from submitting secondhand theories, social media speculation, or fragmented analysis, as these can hinder investigative efforts. If you see
I have a big question. If Sebastian has a problem with going to the bathroom, why did he get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of Texas Roadhouse?
Seen that walk, that step, anything at all, call now. For Sebastian, for his family, for justice.
Meanwhile, the search in Sumner County for 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers enters another critical day. Thousands of miles have been covered, but there's still no sign of the teenager. News Channel 5's Aaron Cantrell has been following this developing story all week and brings us the latest.
Agencies and search crews across the volunteer state are right here in Hendersonville trying to locate Sebastian Rogers. And they're still asking the community to check their surveillance video to see if they see anything suspicious.
It's just like unbelievable. You would never think that, he'd be missing, and especially for as long as he's been missing.
6 days and still no sign of Sebastian Rogers. Search crews have walked thousands of miles this week looking for him.
We're just going to walk straight out till we get.
They've used specialized technology and sent trained dogs to help navigate the rural terrain.
It's just been a lot of search and rescue all over the property.
The Sumner County Sheriff's Office wants people to review footage from their security and trail cameras, focusing on the time frame from Sunday afternoon through Monday morning, asking people to look for any movements, vehicles, or people.
Like, they came and knocked on our door and was like, hey, we're going to be searching this property. You have pawns.
Why are they asking people to focus on their cameras from Sunday afternoon to Monday morning? Did you pick that up, guys? Check chat here real quick. Okay, I have to go back a ways. All right. Yes. She's actually whispering or something, right? In the video. And it makes it kind of eerie or something. I don't know who the lady is that's talking, but yes, I agree with you guys. Yeah, it may be IA generated, I'm thinking. Hello, Cecilia. Good to see you. Yeah, it shows us that Sebastian is fully capable of going to a public washroom independently. Katie made him sound so helpless. Yes. Not only that, he knows when he needs to go. When he's got to go, he gets up and he goes. That doesn't sound like a 15-year-old that has problems going to the bathroom. Who knows, Robin? Who knows? We don't know what law enforcement knows. That's the biggest thing, right? We don't know. Maybe looking for suspicious people in the area from the cameras. Good point. We learned that by that news video, didn't we? I don't know if we're closer, but we are more suspicious of things. I guess you could say that we are, but we think about it, guys, and even and I know I'm not the only one that has shown this stuff, but let's, think about the behavior analysis stuff that I've shown. Buku videos of the statement analysis, right? So when we look at all those things and all those professionals putting in their time to analyze the parents in this case, there's a reason why we've become suspicious, right? Yeah, Hong loves AI. I think he loves to use that in Grok. Hello, Life's a Dance. Good to see you. CP isn't at the table. Maybe KP doesn't make him wear pull-ups, but allegedly he boxed him all his underwear up. So I don't know. That voice is going to put you to sleep. All right, let's finish watching this part because I have something else to show you as well, and then we might come back to this. But let me find it here.
Brooke Clark lives near Long Hollow Pike, the area where Sebastian was last seen. The sheriff's office has told her and others in the area to look in their sheds, garages, under tarps and dense brush. Any place a child might seek shelter or could become trapped.
A lot of places you could hide. I mean, we've searched the barns. I went around saying his name.
Clark says everyone in the community is worried.
We have a strong community. I just really hope that they find him safe.
Everyone hopes answers come soon.
Just praying.
And guys, here's the thing. I mean, I'm glad they were looking anywhere that a child could hide. But what do we know from both sides of the parents? We know that Sebastian doesn't like to be dirty. We know that Sebastian doesn't like to go barefooted. We do know that Sebastian does like close places. He would lay under his bed to read or go in a closet. We do know that, right? But those places allegedly would be clean. He doesn't like bugs. So when you're outside, and I have been outside in Tennessee, bugs, you want to talk about bugs in Tennessee? I could tell you stories about bugs in Tennessee. Let me tell you what. When you open up a crawl space or underneath a tarp, there's lots of spider webs, guys. There's lots of nothing. When things are left like that and they're dark, a tarp covering, it's dark underneath, going to be bugs. In my opinion, because of those reasons, I don't think any of that is a possibility. And I go back to him being taken out of the house because I don't think he is anywhere like that, in my opinion.
Praying.
In Hendersonville, Aaron Cantrell, News Channel 5.
Aaron, thank you. And if you have any video to share with the sheriff's office, you can upload it directly to them. We have information on how to do that at newschannel5.com. If you see Sebastian or you have any information about his disappearance, call police.
Okay. Pitter Patter says, would police watch a man on last night analyzing the Proudfoots? I wouldn't doubt if they watch it, but keep in mind the police have training like this, guys. They have, hi Melly Cat, good to see you. They have upgraded training that they have to take every year, and then there's certain things that come up where they have to take a class. Somebody's going to come in and teach them a class on something. So they get behavioral training. They get statement training, right? But they don't, I mean, it's not a focus of theirs, right? They have to take that training along with all of their other training and try to fit it together. I think detectives are the one that gets more of that statement analysis and behavior analysis training than a regular beat cop, right? But yeah, I think they do. I think they do watch that kind of stuff. I think they pay attention to what's going on in social media. Do they watch every single creator that's talking about Sebastian? No, I don't think they do. But I think they have a pulse on what's going on in Sebastian Rogers' case, in my opinion. Pitter Patter, you don't think he's far away? Gotcha. I think he could be far away. He went to the bathroom maybe to wash his hands. Could be. He didn't like to be dirty, did he? Could be. He was in there a little while, though. Hello, Anita. So, the next thing I wanted to remind you guys is of something that actually hindsight put it out, but this one is from Smiley's World, so it's okay. It's the same thing. Let's share this tab instead. You guys see that all right? Now, this is the same thing. Sebastian's just coming back from the bathroom, okay? If I can get it to go. So, did you see that those men were the ones that walked up to the pink shirt lady? And that was during the time that Sebastian went to the bathroom? And Ginger said, from what I understand, they now use AI to monitor social media for keywords, possibly Sebastian's name and hashtags as well. I wouldn't doubt that at all. I wouldn't doubt that at all. I'm not going to stop using Sebastian's hashtag. But I'm not really worried about doing anything wrong either, so I behave. We don't do drama here, so but it does make you wonder, doesn't it, what those two men and maybe Pink Lady were up to. I mean, what, I don't know. The fact that they were pointing it out kind of makes you wonder, because they put arrows to show that Sebastian and Katie were both looking over in that direction. Now, I am going to put this out there. Yeah, I'm sure that they have, guys. If let's just put it this way. If At Night has put arrows there, they have shared this with Ellie already, because they said their exact words were, law official, law officers have already reviewed this video. This is just for us to, be aware of Sebastian, the way he walked, his gait, right? The way he walked, with his hands in his pockets if he's got jeans on. Now that I have that picture, so let me see if I can find it. That picture of those pajamas. So let me pull it up. To see if we can see if there is pockets in there. Hard to tell, isn't it? To me, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, to me, it doesn't look like there are, but it's hard to say for sure, right? I was just curious because that young man did look a lot like Sebastian, and he walked like him. You didn't know about a pink lady, okay? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, pitter patter. So let me see. I'm I'll try to see if I can find that video of the pink lady. Ginger, do you happen to remember where it was? Might have been on this one, huh? I'm looking, kind of trying to go forward to see if I can see her come out. Where did all these videos go? Goodness. Hmm. Yeah, they should have. I don't agree with a lot of how they handled things, right? Because we all may have been able to see things, right, that That black thing looks like a pouch or a pocket. Yeah. This one was of I'm trying to remember where that first one came out. It slits in the side for pockets. That could be. Yeah, I thought it was. It was something more recent, and I don't remember who put that out. Maybe it was Hindsight. Let me see. I think that might have been who it was. It wasn't that one. Hindsight 2002. Yeah. That's what I'm looking at. Just to see if it was. Was it this one? Oh, this was showing the two guys. But I don't know if it showed the pink lady. Turn that music off. It's irritating to my ears. Oh, Melly Cat, thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you were gifted a membership from Melly Cat, please thank her. Okay, there's those two guys going in that we just saw. Well, I'm trying, but oh goodness. Hello, Lisa. Good to see you. They're showing Katie looking again. Now, this is the exact same time that Sebastian came back from the bathroom, guys. There's the guy with the white cap. It's both of them. This is the one that we showed the other night. Because then they leave there. Oh, and now they're saying that's Yellow Jacket inside that vehicle. There sure was a lot going on at TRH that night, guys. Which, you know, I guess if you're looking at everything, there she is. Life's a Dance, that's her. 1819-06, they're outside. So she was right at the very end of that video. Where did you go, Sebastian? Oh, thank you. I'm so glad too. And you know, guys, I'm okay with it growing slow because we're building a really good community here, and that's what's important, right? And I did want to just thank you so much for that.
Granny wants to thank you all for kindness in the chat. Super stickers, bright and grand, gifts of love we understand.
Memberships you gifted here spread the joy and banish fear. Every super thanks you send warms her heart and ends the end.
Granny cheers with love so true for each special thing you do. Thank you from her heart. You all play a major part.
And you guys do. You play a major part. A major part. And why is she sus? Well, that's a good question. Because she was standing with those two guys that walked in. You know, here's my thing. We don't know if... We just know that Sebastian and Katie looked at them. Katie was looking first, and then Sebastian saw her looking, and he looked over there. But she was sitting at the bar, and those two guys walked up to her. They were only there for 1 minute and 33 seconds. Okay, so why did Katie and Sebastian look at them? Why did they walk in and walk out? I don't know. You know, I have a couple of different scenarios that could be going through my head that could be totally innocent, like a mother sitting there waiting for some, I don't know. Maybe she's just sitting at the bar, and I don't think they were teenagers though, but I was going to say like a teenager coming in to get money from her or something like that to go out, or a husband coming to get money from her. I mean, I don't know. There could be any number of explanations for that, right? But yeah, I mean, I don't know. The thing is, at night pointed them out. So do they have some significance to the case? I don't know. But I have said this before, and I am of the firm belief, I point these things out because at night points them out. But I am of the firm belief, they said that we don't need to be checking into this or reporting anything or reporting any tips because law enforcement has thoroughly viewed these videos, guys. So we don't need to be sending them anything. Please don't. Please don't. Are they putting it out there for the perpetrators to let them know that they know what's going on? We may not know, guys, but are they putting it out there for them? That's what I'm thinking. Yes, At Night posted the video that I showed today. That's okay. No worries. You know, I'm just being honest. I don't know if they're involved. I don't know what's going on. They just pointed it out, so I'm showing you, right? I'm not asking anybody to, you know, put 2 and 2 together and figure it all out because I don't think we're meant to. You know, like, is Yellow Jacket driving? Well, I don't know. It could be him, I guess. The guy that was driving had yellow on. I don't know. But I have often wondered, because Yellow Jacket was always standing by the employee door, if he wasn't a DoorDash person or something, right? And he left because he was taking an order. I mean, it could be that simple, guys. It could be that simple. We don't know, Cheryl. We don't know if Yellow Jacket works there. He could be just a DoorDash person, right? I didn't ever see him go inside. He was just standing by that employee door, or that's like a delivery door, right? I think DoorDash, Uber person, Uber Eats, whatever, right? Could be as simple as that, right? We don't know. You know, any restaurant like that, you know, especially a popular one, is going to be really busy. So you could have you ever done this? Have you ever, like, back in the day, I guess, when malls were popular, have you ever just gone and sat when I've gotten tired and my kids were out shopping, my teens were out shopping and stuff, and I'd say, okay, meet me here at a certain time, right? That was back when it was safe. Nowadays, I wouldn't let my kids out of my sight. I don't care if teenagers or not, but that was back when it was safe. And I'd say, okay, I'm going to be here. People watching. You can make up all kinds of stories if you really wanted to, right? I mean, you could take this camera stuff and you can make up all kinds of stories if you really wanted to, right? Doesn't mean they're true. Our true crime suspicious minds want to know. I know, we do, right? We do. You know, on some of the videos they did, and on some they didn't. So, I mean, I don't know. You know, people that do people watching all the time drives me crazy. I feel like that's all I do lately. We tried to go for lunch and found out it didn't open until 3, yeah. Right. Yeah. If you eat alone, or like I was sitting alone waiting for my girls, I will do it. And it is kind of interesting when you do sit there. Now, I'm not going to make it a point of going and sitting somewhere to people watch. Another good place is an airport, right? You got some strange people at airports, I can tell you. So actually, when I was a teenager, my girlfriend and I, we lived in a suburb of Chicago. We would take the elevated train to the airport and just walk around and watch people. That was back when, before they had security checkpoints, right? And you could walk all around the gates and everything and, see people. And, it's what we did as teenagers. It was just something different to do. Yeah, people watching is a hobby in small towns. Yeah. But yeah, well, I lived in a big town. And yeah, we would just do that, right? I don't know why. There was plenty of other things to do in Chicago that we could have went and done, but uh, did that, or we took the L down to the beach. Yeah, just things. I think the only thing that came from the TRH video for us is the chance to see Sebastian. Yeah, for us. I think there's more to that than what we know. And we won't know until or unless things go to court, right? Anything that At Night has put out there, I think, has been for the perpetrators, not so much for us to figure out, right? That's true. It was free. It was free. Yes, it was. It is fascinating. It's kind of fun. I can only say I don't even know if I've done it a handful of times. I haven't done it that much, but yeah, I mean it's fun to watch other people. But then I start to feeling guilty because I get to think, well, do they watch me like this when I'm right? Hello, CJ, good to see you. And AMC, good to see you. Yes, justice for Sebastian. Yeah, I mean, when I look at the way that Sebastian walks and the way that kid from Missouri walked, very similar. The only difference is the hands in the pockets versus the arms swinging, right? The right arm though stayed by his side, but the left arm was swinging. And that's what made me wonder if those pajamas didn't have pockets. Which, why would you need pajamas in pockets? I mean, right. But it was really strange to me seeing people come out of the bushes to go into a steakhouse. I think that I could be totally wrong. But I think that restaurant is so busy, the parking spots get taken up pretty quickly, and that adjacent parking lot is where a lot of people like to go to park, and they have to walk through the bushes to get to the steakhouse. But then again, think about this, guys. Green hoodie came through the bushes, and didn't stay. She went inside, used the bathroom, and left. The longest she was between those two cars, waiting for Katie and then with Katie. Okay? Those two guys came through the bushes, and they were only in there for 1:33. And as far as I know, those were the only 3 people that came through the bushes. How weird is that? It's like a bank next door. Life's a dance, I think. Well, I'm talking the early 80s when I used to go to the mall with my kids. And they were teenagers. When they were little, I didn't let them out of my sight. Yes, Ginger, that's a good point. Katie made a fuss to get a copy of the footage. She went there with SF to get a copy of that footage. Why? What was she so worried about? Once she knew that At Night put this out, we heard she went irate and she went and asked for a copy of that footage. Why was that so important to her? I just brought that point up earlier when I showed that video, AMC. He went on his own. That shows me that that's a teenager that knows when he's got to go and he gets up and he goes. Right? I agree. Maybe CP was there and she wanted to see if he was seen there. Could be. Well, I think he was there. I showed you guys those pictures. Probably didn't want us to see how she treated Sebastian. Yeah. There's not a whole lot we can glean without a voice going on, hearing them talk. But yeah, I mean, she kind of threw the menu at him. She didn't interact with them much at all. I mean, I don't, did it happen? I mean, I'm not saying it didn't, because when you look at guys, if set aside the autism for a minute. But if you look at PTSD, children who have been abused and have PTSD can be known to have accidents. It's all a part of that. It's trauma, stress. So I'm not saying, it's probably going to shock you guys, but I'm not going to say Chris is completely lying here. But I do see a child that got up and went to the bathroom on his own. And no, I didn't see Katie tell him to go, did you? I'm just saying. I am thinking that I think that there was like a secret meeting. I really do think there was. I think that Chris was there. Maybe those maybe that's where they meant and they went somewhere else to talk. I mean, I don't know, guys, but there's a reason. We don't know that reason, but there's a reason that Katie wanted that footage. Ginger is saying he's a liar. Okay, I'll let you. You know, I can't in good faith say that because, I mean, I don't know. You know, it's a known fact that children that have been essayed can have problems with incontinence. A known fact. So, but I don't think I don't think he felt that pressure or that stress when he was around his dad. Right? That's true. That's a good point, Cheryl. Sleep medicine could contribute to nighttime accidents. You know, does he sleep really hard when he does sleep? They said he had ADHD. My youngest daughter has ADHD, guys, and I could not get her to take a nap during the day. Oh my God, that kid. She went from the minute she woke up in the morning until she just couldn't anymore. And most of the time that was around dinner time. I remember one time, I think we had hamburger gravy over toast, something like that, something gooey. And I always cut it up for her. She was in her high chair, but she was walking around and stuff, but she was still baby. And I cut it up for her, and we were watching her, and she was nodding and nodding, and then all of a sudden, face first right into her food, right? Passed out, done. I mean, I got her out of there. I wiped her up. She never woke up. I mean, that kid. So, that's another thing. Does he sleep really hard? Right? I have seen adults sitting with their face in their phone and the parents sitting there looking ignored and telling them to stop that. Yeah. I don't know why they're not releasing things. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Yes, Sebastian was on meds for his disability. They may have told him to go to the bathroom whenever he finished eating. Yeah, they could have. The thing is when I look at Sebastian at TRH, I do not see an impaired young man, for the best way to put it. I see a young man who is being ignored. I see a young man who has perfect manners. I mean, he stood out of the way for the waiter to walk past him. His manners were, he was well behaved. I did not see a kid that they portrayed in the beginning, right? This kid with incontinence and all these issues, right? I didn't see that with him at all. Yeah, I agree. Katie didn't wash her hands after eating, and Sebastian had good manners. The more video they release of Sebastian, the better chance people can recognize him. I agree. It was fortunate that this camera in TRH actually showed his face instead of from behind, right? We got to see Katie from behind, which is fine, right? But we could see Sebastian, his face, his mannerisms when he was eating, when he walked to the bathroom. Bye-bye. Thank you for being here. So yeah, I mean, I think that was a young man that I I don't know. I think he only did those mistakes when he was hello, pitter patter. I think he only did those mistakes when he was stressed, under extreme stress and abuse. That's when I think he did those things. Right? It'd be nice if they released everything. It would really be nice if they released everything, the bowling alley. I don't know what the point is in not releasing that. But I don't get it at all. At all. How much more is there for us to see, though, other than the bowling alley? The one thing that I would like to see at the bowling alley is if he was playing games and they have video of that, is he having fun? Because, let me see. Look back at what I'm trying to find here. Okay. Just play it again real quick.
It's February 25th, 2024, at a Texas roadhouse in Tennessee. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, full of promise, sits with his mother, Katie Proudfoot. This is the last time we catch him on camera. At 6:11 p.m., Sebastian heads to the restroom. Notice his wallet, hands tucked in his pockets.
But what I was saying is, I don't think we ever saw him smile, not once. And she tried to play it off like it was just such a wonderful day. But those guys last night, right? Chris and Steve, both said that something happened this night because of the fact that she tried to play it off as such a fun day. Right? And guys, as I'm looking over here now, that lady with the pink hoodie over there is a different woman than the one that had the pink sweatshirt outside. She has gray hair. It's an older gentleman sitting next to her. So, I I don't know what they're trying to say by any of that, honestly.
By 6:15 p.m., he's back at the table, hands.
I shut her voice off. I cannot deal with it. She just scared me there when she came on. I heard the lanes were closed for maintenance and Sebastian was seen with his hands in his pockets. And see, what I heard was that they went there to play games. Yes, exactly. I wish they still had the dogs so they could measure their teeth and paws, nails again. They said they still did have them. Um, Not too long ago. But I don't know if that's true or not. I have a tendency not to believe those two because they've lied so much. Yeah, I had to turn it off. When it came back on, she scared me. It was like I jumped in my chair here. See, at night is pointing out that they looked over there at those guys. So that's weird. Oh, man, that's awful. That's awful. Just another thing to get rid of. They weren't expecting Sebastian to come home. Here's my question. If she did send him away, was she planning on him to stay away until he was 18? I don't know, AMC. I don't know if Sebastian has a godmother or not. But that's my question. Was she hoping that he would stay away until he's 18, that and keep him away until he's 18? Does she think magically he's going to be all right at 18 and he can come back? I don't know. You know, we all are grasping for straws because we don't know what happened, right? And with the religion they have, I'm not sure he would have had a well, Chris or Seth was a Catholic, wasn't he? Gotcha. Hmm. A family farm, but does that mean something entirely different than what we're thinking, though, guys? I could see Chris saying that terminology, but meaning that he had them euthanized. I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting to think about. Anything happens to you, they go live with godparents. Gotcha. The thing is, I have a feeling that Seth would have chosen those godparents because she really wasn't much involved. She was in the Navy, right? And she really wasn't much involved with Sebastian when he was little. Seth named him, right? Seth took care of him. Seth was a stay-at-home dad, right? All those years until she divorced him. Seth was a stay-at-home dad. So I think they would have been friends of Seth's, in my opinion. And no matter what people think, I won't ever believe that Seth had something to do with Sebastian's disappearance. You'd have to knock me over the head and knock me out. Even then, I don't even know if I'd believe it. Yeah, have a hard time thinking that. You know how anyone would stress their dogs out like that? Yeah. I heard again that being very quiet, but their house is up for sale. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard it again, guys. So I don't know. The biggest thing is if Sebastian could get to his dad's, right? Rather than going home. You know, if he were to get away from whoever has him and he could get to his dad's, they said he knows how to get to his dad's from their house. But it is quite a ways. I mean, I don't know the address of Seth's house, but I can show you. And let's see. So it's an hour to get to his dad's. 58 miles, guys. So here is where they live. Right. If you go the back road, it's shorter. I would never recommend taking this way because once you get down here, this is super, super busy. You take 24 up to Clarksville. But either way, I mean, you're talking he's going northwest because it's almost to the Kentucky-Tennessee line, guys. So it's an hour to get to his dad's from his house. They are extremely selfish and seem to worry too much. Oh, yeah. Self-preservation. We saw that, right? Their very first interview. Self-preservation was key. I just got a message that a U-Haul was traveling from Michigan to Florida with children in it. Did they stop it, Robin? Yeah, she must still be. Carl Payne was the driver. Wow. Those kinds of things I'm always interested in because labor camp, something, right? Guys, what has our country become when children are taken off the streets, sold into essay slavery, trafficking, labor? It was in the news, but not a lot. Gotcha. Where were they stopped, Robin? Traveling from Michigan to Florida, where were they stopped? Is that relation to? Oh, I didn't pick up on that. Good point, Pitter Patter. Carl Payne was the driver. Wow. That would be interesting, wouldn't it, guys? I mean, I'm sure that name is pretty common, but it does make you take a second look, doesn't it? I think they've had one of those scrubbers scrub some of their information from the internet. Because from what I remember looking up early on in the case to what I can find now, a lot of information just isn't there anymore. So I wouldn't doubt if they haven't done that scrubbing thing on, which is dumb because everything was found out in the beginning anyway. I don't know why they would do that, but interesting though. Very interesting. I'll have to look that up. See if there's more about that. Either way, when you hear about how many times have we heard U-Hauls traveling with children in them? It's horrible, guys. I what has happened to morality, right? What has happened in the minds of people who would do this? Box 56, gotcha. I see one news clip about a truck full of kids from Florida. Oh my gosh. All right, I will share my screen, guys.
And children inside a U-Haul in Madison County. Deputies responded to a suspicious activity call on March 15th. When they stopped the U-Haul, they found 6 people in the cargo area. 3 of them were children. Investigators say the group was traveling from Michigan to Florida. Brand and Heather Campbell are charged with wanton endangerment. Leanna Robertson is charged with attempted wanton endangerment.
Wow. These 3 people have been charged after the sheriff's office received a call about a U-Haul cargo truck full of kids. The Madison County Sheriff's Office said, that's Kentucky, guys, said deputies were dispatched around 8 a.m. on March 15th about a U-Haul cargo truck parked at a gas stop at Love's Truck Stop. The caller reportedly said that they saw the rear cargo compartment of the U-Haul cargo truck full of kids. Deputies allegedly found 6 people inside the secured and unventilated rear cargo compartment of the U-Haul, 3 adults and 3 juveniles. The office said all 8 people were headed from Michigan to Florida, with 6 of them in the rear cargo compartment. Brandon Campbell was charged with 7 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment. Heather Campbell was charged with 3 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment. Leanna Robertson was charged with 6 counts of first-degree attempted wanton endangerment. Yeah, I don't get it. I agree with you, CJ. This world has become a sick place. All types of abuse and violence. I know. That's the one I had, yeah. My goodness. Yeah, I didn't see a pain in it. It might have been one of the males that were inside. So it sounds like they just didn't have enough room in the car, so they took a U-Haul to take all these people to Florida with them. It's sad. I mean, think about it. Deputies allegedly found 6 people inside the secured and unventilated rear cargo compartment, 3 adults and 3 juveniles. All 8 people were headed from Michigan to Florida. So it doesn't sound like a case of SA trafficking. But yeah. I mean, weird. Beverly Hillbillies. That's kind of what it sounds like. Oh, we don't have enough car seats. Oh, let's just rent a U-Haul. Oh my God. That's awful. I agree, Robin. I don't know why they want to keep hurting our children. I mean, even the adults in the back seat in the back of that U-Haul had to have known that it was hard to breathe, right? It's unventilated, guys. Yeah, we're gonna all head over to Mob Crew. At least I am, guys. If you want to go over to Mob Crew, first I want to give you my grannyism for tonight. And guys, this is for you as well as for Sebastian. Some people come into our lives and touch our hearts so deeply that we will never be the same again. And I feel that is really a good example of what you guys bring to me from chat, because we have such a good community here. You touch my heart. But I also believe that Sebastian has touched our hearts, right? I don't think we're ever going to be the same after this case, right? And I think we're blessed for it. Robin says we don't need any more people in Florida. Thank you, Tammy. Good to see you. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to head over to Mob Crew, see what he's got, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at granniescrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.